During show and tell, my 6-year-old said, "This is what my mom hides in the closet when daddy comes home." The teacher called CPS. They should have called the police. I was in the middle of a work call when my phone started buzzing. The school. I ignored it twice. Third time, I picked up. "Mrs. Slavatsky, this is Principal Jones. There's been a situation involving Kayla during show and tell. We've contacted Child Protective Services as a precaution, and we need you to come to the school immediately." CPS? Show and tell? My 6-year-old? I asked what happened. What did Kayla bring? "I think it's best we discuss this in person." I told my boss it was an emergency and left. The whole drive I ran through our house. The closet, photo albums, medicine cabinet, nothing dangerous, nothing illegal, nothing that would make a teacher call CPS over show and tell. An unmarked sedan sat near the entrance. Someone official was already inside. In the principal's office, 3 people were waiting. Principal Jones behind her desk, Kayla's teacher, Mrs. Lesnor, by the window, and a woman with a lanyard that said Department of Child Services. I asked where Kayla was. "She's fine," Principal Jones said. "She's coloring in the library. We wanted to speak with you first." The CPS woman introduced herself. Rebecca something. She said she was just there to ask a few questions. Nothing to worry about yet. I stood there while 3 women stared at me like I was already guilty. Principal Jones slid a clear plastic bag across the desk. Inside was a watch, silver band. Nice. I recognized it immediately. "Does this belong to your husband?" Rebecca asked. I shook my head. Couldn't speak. Principal Jones read Kayla's exact words out loud. "This is what my mommy hides in the closet when daddy comes home. She puts it in a box so daddy doesn't see. It's really pretty," Mrs. Lesnor added quietly. "She also said you cry sometimes when you look at it." The implication was obvious. Another man, a secret, an unstable home. I started crying, not because I was guilty, because I hadn't touched that watch in 3 years, because my 6-year-old found it and I didn't even know. They looked at each other. Guilty. Honestly, the way Kayla described it, I'm surprised they only called CPS. I wiped my face, took a breath, and said, "That watch belonged to my brother." I watched the shift happen. Rebecca put her pen down. Principal Jones leaned back. "His name was Wyatt," I said. "He was 28. He died 3 years ago in a car accident. Black ice." I pointed at the watch. "His girlfriend bought that for him. Had it engraved. She was planning to propose. He died 2 weeks before she could ask. She handed me that watch at his funeral, and I haven't been able to let go of it since." Rebecca spoke carefully. "I'm very sorry for your loss. But why hide it from your husband?" I let out a breath. "Because my husband was driving." Silence. "He walked away without a scratch." Wyatt didn't walk away at all. And even though the police said it wasn't his fault, even though the ice was invisible, even though there was nothing he could have done, my husband blames himself every single day. I wiped my eyes. He can't hear Wyatt's name without going quiet for hours. Can't look at old photos. Can't sleep some nights because he still hears the crash. So I hide everything. The watch, the pictures, anything that brings it back, because I'm not going to let my husband drown in guilt over something that wasn't his fault. The room was quiet. Mrs. Lesnor had tears on her face. Rebecca closed her folder. "Mrs. Slavatsky, I'm sorry you had to go through this. There's no case here. We're done." She slid the watch back to me, the engraving on the back, "To my love, forever yours." My brother never even got to read it. I should have felt relief. I didn't, because when I got home, my husband was going to ask how my day was, and I was going to have to decide whether to lie again or finally tell him the truth. Kayla was waiting in the library with a picture. Me, her, and daddy. In the corner, a figure with wings. "That's Uncle Wyatt," she said. "He lives in the clouds now." I picked her up and held her so tight she squirmed. "Mommy, you're squishing me." I didn't let go. We drove home in silence. She fell asleep in her car seat. The watch sat in my purse like a brick. My husband's car was in the driveway. I sat there for a minute, then 2. Kayla woke up and asked why we weren't going inside. I told her I was resting my eyes. I didn't know what to say when I walked through that door. I could lie, say it was fine, put the watch back in the closet and pretend none of this happened. Or I could finally stop protecting him from something he has the right to know. I looked at the watch one more time. "To my love, forever yours." I unbuckled my seatbelt, took a breath, and got out of the car.